we back. Post-game impression. Pretty much what we thought was going to happen did happen. Either Westbrook was going to explode or Curry was going to explode. Curry obviously exploded. 15 consecutive points, 17 points in the third quarter. Outscored OKC by himself, 15-2. Great defense, led to great transition, and then he got to cooking, and that was it. That was the end of that. He hit him a nice little jump shot, a few foul shots, bunch of threes after that. Then he had him a nice pick. He pushed off Russell Westbrook, but it's all good. I like that kind of play. Pushed off all of them, and then got his little layup, and he was good to go. So he quit work, and we need B to come in here and stand up.
On up.
That's pretty valuable. I mean, it was a fairly contested game until Curry went Curry.
Yeah, he was clearly the difference in the game and turning it around. Like they were up at halftime, but as far as pushing it out of reach, we're like, okay, this is over in the third quarter. That was him. Because Klay Thompson didn't really do much in the second half.
Yeah, and after he went nuts, basically cleared it up for everybody else.
Yep.
And then it was
what an MVP would do.
What do you know? What do you know? And then Russell Westbrook looked a bit discouraged. Not all the way. He's a tough guy. He'll come back and do his thing, but Golden State looking like Golden State right now.
Yeah, what did he have? 7 points in the second half? Something like that? 6 or 7?
Mr. Westbrook?
Westbrook, yeah. I think he had 9 at halftime, and he had 16 for the whole game. So, yeah, he...
5 for 14.
Yeah. So it seems pretty clear that OKC, which I mean, it's kind of obvious to say, but they're going to live and die by him. I mean, because Durant can have a big game, but it still may not matter. He was 11 of 18. That's a really solid game.
Yeah, 29 points. And that also was funny looking at the box scores and everything, how Durant had a decent amount of points early, and then just that quick, Curry's only 1 point under him.
Yep, he had 23 at halftime. So, yeah, he only had 6 points. So he had 6 points in the second half, and Russell Westbrook had 7 points. So that's, I mean...
And also...
you're not even going to be close to doing that.
OKC's role players didn't really come through. They didn't really have that much distribution going on. There was a lot of hero ball going on, a lot of one-on-ones, a lot of setting up, hey, man, go for it. And then when they did try to pass the ball a little bit, turnover, only Durant and Westbrook were in double digits for OKC. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. 6+, actually 7 to be exact. Warriors in double-digit figures. So,
yep, Andre Iguodala. I mean, obviously he was the MVP of the finals last year. People forget that. I mean, he's going to be on Durant, and I mean, 29 points. That's still a good amount of points, but I mean,
made it hard,
especially in the second half. Make adjustments.
Yeah, you make your adjustments, and I mean, you go, and that's what you want. You can't stop a score, but you can make it difficult for them and wear them down over time.
Yep. So I don't know, man. Like I said, it seems like we can flip flop every half for the rest of the series, maybe, because it looks like a certain way, and then it's just going to. Is it going to be Westbrook that makes a huge difference, or is it going to be Curry?
Yeah,
it's going to be the story of the game.
Yeah, and just like they've been doing all year long, the Warriors ball movement is always beautiful to see. And Curry working off the picks and doing his thing. For the most part, Durant and Westbrook, when they get their buckets, it's just one-on-one. I don't think you can guard me, so I'm just going to get this bucket on you.
Yep.
And then Curry, once he cooking, he'll get to a point where he's doing that too. But he get a lot. Normally, he gets started off of transition based off of their defense. A lot of picks coming off screens and whatnot, setting people up. That's how the game go.
Yeah, people talk shit about him, saying that he lives and dies by the pick, and that's what his offense is. But yeah, that's true. But he also pulls up from 8 feet behind the line. And there's plenty of highlights of him crossing people and pulling up too.
Yeah, it's like why just because he has that certain level of skill. Like, why wouldn't you play like that? That's what basketball is. It's pick and roll. At the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. Unless somebody's just completely unmatched as far as the one-on-one matchup, if it's a mismatch, that's the only time that you really shouldn't need a pick and roll at all. Otherwise, if you have two players that are relatively close in athleticism, then of course, why wouldn't you want to pick?
Yep.
I just don't see. But going into game 3, this may be a big difference. Everybody was looking at the Warriors like they were in trouble, and they were. This was definitely a must-win for them. So now the pressure's back on OKC. Now you got to go back home and win 2 games at OKC. Can you do that? And it's hard to say they're going to beat Golden State twice, even if they are at home.
Yeah, the first game was a big surprise, and now I kind of see it going back to maybe what everybody expected. I don't want to say it's a fluke because we're not there yet. We'll have to see how the game 3 goes. Maybe they call the Warriors off guard, call them slipping. Maybe they didn't take them as seriously as they needed to or whatever. Be going back to what everybody kind of expected. So maybe my original thought of Warriors in 6 could be relevant, but we have to see what Westbrook does.
Yeah. See what he gonna do, how he gonna cope with not hitting his shots. Because I mean he tends to play the same. That's just how he plays. He just aggressive as hell. Whether he making shots or not making shots, that's just the game he played, and it's gonna be interesting to see if he continues to just, do his thing, be super aggressive, which he should be to a degree. Or if he's going to be like, hey, I'm very athletic, so I'm just going to make plays for my team. I'm going to be the triple-double version of myself for the remainder of the series.
It's kind of the same sentiment with LeBron, like what we were talking about, how, at least from our perspective, it looks like if he wants to put his head down, charge the basket, it's that same thing. He can get fouled or make a layup. So it's like, does he not? Is that just something he doesn't want to do every time? Is it an effort thing? I can't really say it's an effort thing with Westbrook. He never looks like he's really slacking off. He might get discouraged or whatever, but I don't know. He does like to take crazy pull-ups.
Yeah,
but if he's hitting them, then
his threes, man, with that ultra quick release that he likes to do. I mean, he'll pull up out of nowhere. He does very athletic pull-ups, He'll do a crossover, and then he'll be even leaning forward where he won't have good balance on his shot. I mean, you can see it. But when he's hitting. He goes nuts. But it's a matter of how is Russell Westbrook going to adapt to what's going on.
It'd be interesting. First half should be pretty telling of the next game.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how OKC reacts to the pressure. If they're going to break down and be like, oh, shit, if we lose this game, we feel like it's over.
Yeah. I guess the big question I was thinking about just before we went live is if they crumble, like they had this great start, everything looked great after game 1, come back, get beat game 2, what does that mean for Durant? If Westbrook, I mean, he's kind of the villain at times. I mean, after the games, if they lose, they'll be like, well, Westbrook being Westbrook, he took all these bad shots, had bad plays, whatever. I mean, if they lose this, like if it ends up being like 4-1 or something like that, and Westbrook has bad games the rest of the time, is Durant going to stay? Is that going to be the tipping point where he's like, fuck it, I'm getting out of here? We've been here before. We get close. I do what I'm supposed to do, and we're still losing.
Yeah, that's a big key to it because everybody thinks, if Durant wins the championship, then of course he'll most likely stay.
Yeah.
But if he loses, then it's just a big question mark. That does make the offseason more exciting, though, to see where he may or may not go. I just don't think he would go to the Spurs and he would go to OKC. I think he would go somewhere where they have decent talent, but it would clearly be his team. Like, it wouldn't make sense to go to Golden State. It just wouldn't after they already won. They don't need you to win, apparently.
Yeah.
So why would you go there?
I think Washington would be interesting.
It would. Him going back home would be a nice story. Then you got John Wall, Bradley Beal, Marcin Gortat, excuse
Yep.
me. So they'd be solid. And for Kevin Durant, that'd be his first time in the East.
Yeah, that would be a big major factor. And of course, I guess he would match up with LeBron more potentially, but I don't know. I kind of would like to see it in a way. Although it's still a pretty exciting dynamic of him and Westbrook because of what we're talking about, because of how games can be so dramatically different from one game to the next, depending on how they're both hidden.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. At any rate, let's see if B's going to make it in here. So we can call him out.
Yeah, man, I want to see what his excuse is. Curry still ain't shit. It was Draymond. It looked like it was Curry, but it was still Draymond.
He'd be like, yo, if you look at every single play, Draymond made it possible.
There's the small stuff.
He set the pick, or he was talking shit and distracted whoever was supposed to be running with Curry in transition. But yeah, man, I don't know. We'll have to ask him if LeBron is his favorite player, so he might just be taking sides.
I think it's Chris Paul, man. He's still got the,
yeah.
He's still got the love for Chris Paul. His favorite player, at least at one point, even though he punches people in the dick. Julius Hodge.
Facts. All facts. Oh yeah, on a side note, Lil B did say that the curse is still on. Absolutely. That the curse is on. Kevin Durant will not be released from the curse until he plays Lil B one-on-one in a game of 21, apparently. that is what. Because after game one, people were, at Lil B on Twitter. They were like, yo, what happened to that curse that you had? He was like, oh, the series ain't over yet. Y'all gonna see what's good. Sure enough, here we are, game 2. Shit got real fast. So,
what a ridiculous human being.
He's interesting, man. Hey, be all the way you need. He's got a ton of haters, but through all of that, he built a cult following that will destroy your ass. If you go under one of his videos in the comment section, if somebody just says anything negative, they will absolutely destroy your ass. And that's the kind of fan base you want. You want a fan base that's down, like they riding with you 100%. Anybody comes saying anything negative, it's over for you. They're gonna call you all kind of faggots and bitches, and they're gonna run your ass off of that post. But yeah, man, we'll see. Maybe the Little B curse is real. So far, James Harden, Kevin Durant, it ain't been good for either one of them. I mean, it just ain't been good, man. So I guess I just have to go ahead and say the Warriors in 6 because Durant won't play Lil B one-on-one in 21. He needs, on an off day, he needs to just go ahead and invite him to the facility and say, all right, man, let's just play, bro. I need everything I can get to win right now. I need it all, bro. Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, it's been real. So sad that B didn't get to come on and defend his stance.
We'll call him on the next halftime hangout.
Didn't get to defend himself. Look at Draymond is more valuable. He damn. I ain't gonna say he said it. I ain't gonna put words in his mouth, but he almost said Draymond is more valuable to the team than Curry.
That's what he was getting at.
Whoa, sir. Whoa.
He is valuable. There is no doubt about that. He does a lot of valuable things. And the small things, as Benji says. I mean,
but did he outscore OKC by himself in the third quarter, though?
Absolutely not. He's valuable, just not most valuable. It's a critical distinction.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I think Draymond, I like his attitude. A lot of people don't like him, but I like that nasty edge for a team. I think every team should have at least one guy, at least one, that has a nasty edge. Not necessarily a player that, plays dirty per se or anything like that, but just a guy that got a fuck you attitude, we the shit. Like somebody that had that swagger and confidence about his team.
Yep, and he's down to do whatever.
Yeah. Draymond like the kind of motherfucker that'll come see you in the parking lot if that's what y'all want to do too. We can fight in the parking lot if you want to, bro. And that's who you want. You want the Warriors on your team. And I get who is that on for the Cavs? Who would you say is that enforced on the Cavs? Maybe Amon Shumpert or something like that?
Maybe. He comes and goes though.
Yeah. J.R. Smith kind of got an attitude, but
Well, Dellavedova's like the crowd favorite. People in Cleveland love him because he's a cheap little bastard.
He is the goon.
He's the do anything.
He's the Cavs going, hey, man, we need you to go out there, dive on the floor, and roll this dude's ankle, bro. All right,
okay.
man, I'm on it.
Got it. Yep. I don't know.
Man, as Mr. Skip, go ahead.
I want to see the Cavs sweep, kinda, but then again, I want to at least have the Raptors come back with some kind of pride. But at this point, I mean, it may not be anything about pride; it's just talent. I mean, you get totally outclassed.
Yeah, like golly, that's a scary thing. Somebody in the comment section said J.R. Smith is a streak shooter, which is absolutely true.
Oh yeah,
but as of right now, man, everybody's hot on. I mean, hell, Tristan Thompson could probably pull threes right now. I don't know what's going on with them. They got a magnet connected to the rim or something, but everybody, they're clicking on all cylinders. But the only hope is, which I think LeBron mentioned in the interview, he hopes that they didn't peak. Well, he hopes that they will continue to peak as they get into the finals.
Instead of burning out.
What more could you want? Like, versus how they're playing now? You got everybody shooting damn near 50% from the three. Bro, I don't know how much better you could get. Maybe with defensive lapses, they could get better on defense, I would say. But offensively, like, there ain't too much more you can want from your team. Spreading the floor, beat these motherfuckers by 1,000 points. It's like, hey, man.
Maybe they have the opposite of the little B curse. I guess a little B blessing. He just ain't said nothing about it yet.
Reveal it at the end when all is said and done. But I wonder, with the Cavs destroying everybody, the natural question comes up if they've been tested enough. If they have the mental dexterity to play against the West, because of course whoever comes out the West is going to be somebody that had a harder fought battle to some extent more than the Cavs had. So mentally, they're not scared of being down and having to fight back to get the lead or anything like that. But the Cavs don't know that feeling yet.
That's true.
I mean, they've been down in games, but as far as losing a game, they ain't felt that. I mean, they felt it last year, of course. But
then you just got to keep adding the pages to the LeBron book, because that'll most likely reflect on him. I mean, if they get there and then get down in the first half and then getting that ass whooped, see after how they respond in the second half. And then, I mean, he's been there before, so
he's been there every year. Just like,
pretty much.
Just like, hey, bro, you averaged 48 and 7 last year. You know what I mean? And you guys basically, you won 2 games by yourself. So now you got a healthy Kyrie and a healthy Kevin Love. There ain't no way you shouldn't win now. But the Golden State, as a whole, hard to believe they're better as a team too.
Yep. It's I don't know. I don't know what I want out of this finals matchup. I don't think I would be disappointed with anything. I mean, except obviously if the Raptors won, but we know that's pretty much not going to happen unless there's
if the Raptors won, what the hell?
Something historical, something bad happened. It's real bad for Cleveland. The bus got stuck in traffic and they had to forfeit the game or something.
Bruh. Man, shit, if they was playing Atlanta, I would believe that's possible. They have to walk to the gym, man. But yeah, I like the grudge. Like I said, I like the grudge between Curry and LeBron talking about, who's the real MVP. If they meet in the finals, then you can show it.
Yep.
You got your team at full strength. I got my team at full strength. Let's have at it. Let's see who the best player. Well, let's not even talk about MVP. Curry had the best season. He's the MVP of this year. But when it comes to the argument of best player in the world, well, even then you can debate there's some motherfucker in England that's better. Anyway, who's the best player in the NBA?
That we know of that's making a difference.
Yeah. So, LeBron kind of waving his hand in the background like, hey, motherfucker, don't forget what I've been doing forever. You know what I'm saying? Since I hit the league, I've been balling out of control. So I want to see, if this dude is really what he claimed to be. And I'm going to show y'all why I'm better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's interesting because I guess the haters have moved on to Curry, so maybe he doesn't feel as much hate. He's got to earn that back. Everybody usually hates him, jumped off and went to Curry because everybody says he's the most popular player, flavor of the month or flavor of the year.
Yeah, it's always ironic how the best player at the time is usually a very polarizing figure.
Mm-hmm.
People either love him all the way or they hate him all the way.
Yeah, you can't enjoy somebody just being the best player. You gotta talk shit.
Of course, I personally love it. I love it. Like, I want him to be mad. I want LeBron to feel like that. Like, nah, fuck you. I'm the best player in the NBA. And I'm about to show you why. Because as far as people talking about LeBron having that hunger, that killer, and if he never had a reason to have that, now he got it. Absolutely. Besides getting his first ring, of course, you got to get that on your resume, or else you ain't never gonna be considered a GOAT by most normal standards. But yeah, if he go out there and he beat Curry, then he he get to remind people who he is. But if he loses to Curry again with his full team, damn, bro, you second now, bro. You second.
Yeah, everybody's still gonna say he just chased the championship in Miami. Just went and got a quick one with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. So can't do it on his own. He's good, but he's not great. Never did it when it mattered.
Yep. Absolutely. But damn, man, that's some pressure right there. So who do you think has more pressure, LeBron or Curry?
Maybe I would lean towards Curry just this year because he's MVP and people are questioning that, kind of, mostly Benji, but
yeah. And then a lot of people question their championship from last year, saying everybody y'all played had a key player hurt on your way. So your championship got to have an asterisk beside it.
So that, and then of course the biggest is the 73 wins that just go right down the toilet if they don't win. But yeah, you won the regular season, but so what? 72-10 Bulls went all the way.
Damn, man, and that's why that's a great matchup. A lot riding on the line. Because I don't know how LeBron would be able to live with that, like losing again with a full team. So it's like, bro, he straight up they beat you, bro. They beat you.
Yeah. Who else do you need? What else? I mean, you got Kevin Love, got Kyrie. I mean, you need a fourth excellent player to do it.
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean that's what it boils down to. So yeah, that's a ton of pressure. I don't know who I would lean towards LeBron, probably because he's not quite there, but he's reaching the latter half of his career.
Yeah, that's true too.
So it's like, hey, bro, your window closing.
Yeah. So does he stay? Because there's still loose talk about he's definitely not committed to Cleveland. Like, he came back and whatever. Yeah. He hasn't really said anything either way. But I mean, he could easily bolt again.
Yeah, he could. What if he went to Golden State?
Oh my God.
And then they lose though. Like, man, you the reason we lost, bro. Why are you here? But yeah, that would be because people were debating about that as well. Like, if LeBron wins a championship, would he stay with Cleveland, or would he say, "I've done my job here. I got a ring in a place where winning a championship seems impossible sometimes. So now I'm about to go somewhere and be more comfortable because he has mentioned he would like to play with his best friends. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul specifically, or they could do a all-out swap, Chris Paul for Kyrie Irving. But
yeah,
I don't know. That would be more interesting if they do win. I just couldn't see him leaving if they won. Like, how the fuck you just gonna leave after y'all won the championship? But then he probably would do some crazy shit. Like, yeah, I'm about to go to LA.
yeah, man. His legacy is going to be an interesting one. I don't like to think too far in the future without enjoying the present, but that would be an interesting side note to add. Yeah, he won, then he took off again.
Or he could do something that somebody's probably done it, but not as a key player, I would say. But if he went to another team on purpose
to get three different championship
and lead three different teams, especially if he said, you know what, everybody's saying the West so hard, so I'm gonna go to the West, bust ass, and then win.
Yeah, go somewhere like the Jazz or something,
and be like, who's the real MVP? 60 games.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, so that's another way to look at the legacy because he has very openly mentioned that he wants to play with his guys. You know, he could gather, I don't know, depending on how everybody's contracts are structured, but say, hey, about to take D Wade with me. I think he still got a little bit left because he was balling in the playoffs this year. So D Wade, Chris Paul, and hell, let's go ahead and help Carmelo out. Let's go ahead and give him one because he ain't about to get one by himself. So.
Yeah, he's not going to have a winning season by himself. So yeah.
And then Dwight Howard or somebody. All right, guys, let's go to the Lakers and win a ring over there, and then whatever.
Dwight Howard can't go back to the Lakers. They hate him.
Oh, facts. Well, man, if LeBron endorsed it, it'll be okay because Kobe's not there now.
That's true.
So they'll be like, okay, we accept you now. So that's interesting to think about. I wonder how much, even though they say they don't think about it, you have to.
Oh, yeah. That's just the answer to give whoever's interviewing you. Oh, yeah, it's not a distraction for me. I don't think about it. Bullshit. Of course it is.
People call you a bitch every day. They at you on Twitter. I know your phone rings. I know it does. Or your assistant's phone rings. Like, hey, LeBron, 50 more people called you a bitch today. I just
I don't pay that attention.
I don't care who you are. I mean, stuff is going to affect you to a degree. Like how they say Georgia's an asshole. I mean, he worked for it. He earned it. And then if you got millions of people calling you the GOAT, the best ever, oh, he's the basketball god, that shit is going to go to your head. It's going to. It's only a matter of how much, but it's going to go to your head. There's no way people can consistently say, you inspire me, you're the best player I've ever seen, and say all this craziness to you, and it just doesn't affect you. So,
yeah, it had a pretty clear effect on him. Seems like. I don't know him, never met him, but in his public persona.
Yeah, even a humble person like Tim Duncan, like he got to know he's a shit. Like, he's like, man, my career is beautiful. My resume is slam pat. I mean, whatever. So he seems like he might be humble now, but he'll low key talk shit after he's done. Like,
yeah, that's pretty impressive. He's kept such a low profile for his whole career, but been consistently great and arguably the best power forward ever.
Yeah.
But
we'll see, man. I just hope the shit talking from LeBron and Curry continues. Obviously, Curry is going to be more concentrated and focused on getting through this series. LeBron's going to obviously have a little bit more free time to play 2K and shit.
Looking that way.
Do whatever, but we'll have our halftime next time, whenever that may be. If you free tomorrow, whoever free tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the game's alternating now, so.
Yeah, there's a game tomorrow. Pretty sure. It's at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Let's see. I was supposed to be doing something tomorrow. I forgot what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. Oh, no. Let's see. What's it? Yeah. 8:30.
8:30.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and I guess watch Cleveland bust that ass. Probably ain't going to have too much to talk about. But we'll see. We'll see. The East may not be testing them enough right now. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll play against whoever comes out the West and bust their ass too. I don't know. Never know. But yeah, that's the only concern is did they peak too early, but it's all good. Anyway, been your boys till next time. Signing out. Put in the comment section below what you think about the Western Conference Finals Game 2. Who's gonna win the next game? Who's gonna win the series and how many games? Oh shit, hold on. B just hit me with a text. Hold on, let me try to send him an invite so he can defend himself.
Oh boy. Yeah, I do want to hear this.
Boy on that caking. Send that last little invite real quick. Shit, I might have fucked up the stream. I don't know. My Google Hangout window is still cool. But the one I started earlier, I don't know. We shall see. So we get this boy a hot second.
Let's see. Did you watch the?
Oh yeah, your show should be on now. Actually, Dunk Kings.
Yeah. So I'm getting somebody to record it for me, so I can watch it later.
Why did he invite me to a call?
Boy.
Go ahead,
welcome.
Man.
What up, gents?
He wants you to defend yourself, sir.
Oh shit! On what?
Oh, hold on. Let me start another one.
Yeah, man. Set it up.
I've been sending another one out.